Hey there, what is up guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'll be talking about creating an Azure Data Factory. This is the second video in the series, and I really suggest you to watch the first video if you haven't watched, and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for more updates and more upcoming videos. Speaking about creating a data factory, the first thing that you have to do is obviously head towards your portal. And once you are in your portal, you can just search for Azure Data Factory. You can see that I already have one data factory, but I'll create another one for this video. So the first thing that you see is that you have the details that you have to feed in about the subscription. Now this is a free subscription for me, so I'm not really going to change anything about that. I'll just keep it as it is. The next thing is a resource group. I already have a resource group again, but let's just select that, which is the dummy resource group. Now the naming is something that you have to make sure that you give a unique name to your data factory. You already saw that I have a data factory with the name game log test, so I'm going to be creating another one which will say game log test. And if you see, if I just click outside somewhere, you can see that it already exists. I'll just add one to it to make sure that the name is unique. And then if the region is something that you have to be a little bit careful about, so in my case I will be choosing West Europe. This is something which is actually close to me. And then you have two different versions of data factory to choose. That you have to choose the V2, which is the recommended one, which is actually the latest one. V1 is something that is going to be soon deprecated. So yeah, that's for the version. And then once you have done filling with this information, all you have to do is go to the next tab, which is to configure the Git. But it's all up to you. Again, configuring Git at the moment is not again of any relevance, because we are just trying to create a data factory. And there's a way to skip this. You can just click over here to skip this part and move on to the next tab, which is networking. Networking, you can again skip the enable manage virtual network right now, and the option for connect via is something important. Make sure that it is set to public, because this data factory is just, again, as I said, for learning purpose. So it does not really make sense to make it private at the moment. Once you are done making the changes on the networking tab, the next tab is the advanced tab to enable the data factory encryption. Again, this not really makes a lot of sense for this video. We'll talk about this maybe in the upcoming videos. The next thing is tags. Now this is something interesting I'd like to talk about. Just to give you an understanding what this is you can just give some tags to this resource, like name and value, the name and value pair. And with the help of this, it will help you a lot in categorizing and consolidating your billing. So it's all up to you. If you really feel like filling this information, that's great. You can go with this as well. The next thing is to review and create. So basically this review and create tab will just define all the things that you have set for your resource. You can also do something which is to download a template for automation. When you speak about creating the resource, make sure that whenever you're planning to create a resource, never use the UI, or just avoid using UI as much as possible, because the right way or the ideal way of doing this is to maintain scripts and to automate this process. Also have a code repository where you are defining these ARM templates. You have a version of these changes that you do over time. So in order to maintain that, it's always a good solution to actually create a deployment pipeline in maybe GitHub Action or maybe in Azure DevOps. Now you can see that you can also download this template for automation. If you click on it, you'll see a lot of different things such as parameters, resources, the variables. So you can configure this right over here and then download this, or either click on deploy and just deploy it right from here. This section over here is nothing but the Azure Resource Manager, which helps you in deploying the resources to Azure. Now if I want to go back, I'll just click over here to create data factory. Once I'm back over here, I'll just click on create. Now it will take few seconds or maybe minutes to actually deploy this. You can see it's submitting the deployment right now, and the deployment is in progress. So once it's done, it actually will deploy my data factory, and I should be seeing this in my dummy resource group. So let's say how much time it takes. Oh, it's already done. That's a great thing. So if I go back to the resource group, I should not see it, because there is I have to just refresh this page. Once I refresh this, you will see that 3 deployments that were done, and you can click on it to see what really happened, and you can see 2 of them were data factory. The next thing is by basically going back to the dummy resource group. You can see that the data factory is created. All you have to do is just click on that, click on open Azure Data Factory. It will take onto this screen, and you can just start building your pipeline or start learning data factory directly from this workspace. I think for this video, that's it from my side. Thank you for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed, again, make sure that you subscribe, hit the bell icon, and also like the video if this video actually helped you out. And I'll be posting my updates on Twitter. If you haven't followed, the link is in the description. The links to my other videos are also in description. And again, thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.